for example, Candace, who I love. I am a fan of Candace. I will ride for and protect Candace to the end. But if she presents 5 theories on why something happened, and one of them is getting a bunch of traction positive.
Why do you think Charlie Kirk was assassinated? Do you think it was because of feminism?
Let's talk as professionals here. Sorry for the pause. I'm just scanning what's going to keep me alive. So I know who killed him. And the only person who is overtly giving theories as to who killed him publicly is Candace. The reason Candace is breathing is because she is a woman and because she is black. And the people in charge have thought, they've concluded, you know what? Let a black woman scream. Most people will, even if they listen to her, it's a black chick and we're just going to let her scream into the air and we'll just put it down to black female hysterical action. So we'll just put it down to that.
You think that's it?
Yeah. We'll get some bots on Twitter and we'll get everyone to call her crazy and we'll pretend she's hysterical and we'll push all of this narrative that she's nuts with some paid influencers. And we're going to get everyone to call her crazy, even if she's right on the fucking money, even if she gets it perfectly right. Even in one of her episodes, if she describes it perfect, we're just going to convince everyone she's nuts because she's a black chick and we can convince people that she's just hysterical, like the Walmart ran out of fucking cocoa butter and she's mad. So let's just do that. If you're a man in a sharp suit like yours, or if I put a suit on and I sit there and I break it down in a very logical, there still is that degree of misogyny in the world where a man is taken a little bit more seriously with some things. And then if you get it directly on the money with a different tone and they can't really call you crazy, if you don't give them the second life, if you don't give them an easy layup, well, then you pay the price. That's the first thing to analyze. Now let's analyze a couple other things. It's not my job to say who killed Charlie. It's the job of our agencies, which we subsidize with our taxes, our tax money, to convince me that they know who killed Charlie. Not just to say who killed Charlie, but it is your job to convince me that what you are saying is the truth. The Magna Carta says, not only will justice be done, justice must seem to be done. That is the basis of Western law. Not only do we operate from a place of justice, but people at home see and experience the justice. I am giving millions or billions of dollars, or the American public are giving billions of dollars to agencies whose job it is to find out what happened, tell us what happened, and punish the person who did it. Now, if nobody believes their story, that is very detrimental to the faith in public institutions, and it is the faith in public institutions which keep a democracy functioning. We believe in elections because we believe they're fair. We go to court because we believe it's fair. Otherwise, it breaks down into Mogadishu. Otherwise, it's AK-47s and machetes. If you believe you don't get a fair chance in court, you just kill your enemy. The fuck are we going to talk about? So it is their job to make us believe them and have trust in them. And nobody believes the story, and they're not coming out to publicly disavow the other theories. They're not coming out to show evidence to prove that they told the truth. They're not coming out to stand up and double down and say, no, you guys are wrong. We got it right. This was our friend. This is important. That's their job. And they're not. I mean, if I was in charge of an agency and nobody believed me and I knew I was telling the truth, I'd make them believe me. Weird. I don't know. It's just a theory of mine. Strange. And the third thing I want to talk about is that Charlie undoubtedly was going to be president, and he was undoubtedly massively influential. And he had an influence different than these streamers and clowns.
Did you see him as influential? Because that's the point I want to touch on, is everyone I asked is like, you're influential. Charlie's not influential. He makes a certain set of people mad, but he's not our hero.
Correct. I am more influential in the hearts and minds of young men than Charlie ever was. True. But Charlie could do something that a lot of streamers can't do. I can do it, but most streamers can't. And what he could do, and this is very important, he could operate in the physical realm. He could force people to be kinetic. He could get people to go to a place. You think that's a small thing. If Sneaky said, hey guys, come here, no one's going to go. 3 people will go. 10 people will go. No one gives a fuck. Fuck you. But if I say, guys, I can fill a stadium, Charlie can fill a stadium. A stadium is an army. When you can make people move from their seats, when you can shake people out of apathy, you have a different level of power. You have a different level of influence. And Charlie could undoubtedly do that across the country. So Charlie was very influential in that regard. And when you look at Charlie Kirk and what happened to him, you have to understand that every single thing that happens in the world is simply just an endless battle, a never-ending tapestry. It's like the food chain where the fish eats the slug and the shark eats the fish and the alligator doesn't normally eat sharks, but fuck him. It's constantly everyone after each other in a battle for influence. The media is trying to influence you of things. Advertising is trying to influence you of things. Streamers are trying to influence you of things. Celebrities have their points of view. The label on this bottle, exquisite effervescence, is trying to convince you of something. It's all a battle for influence all of the time. And if you're a true power player, you have influence. I had more influence over the young men than the BBC. The BBC said do something, they didn't listen. If I said do something, they did listen. So they hit me. So Charlie had influence. And everyone who didn't like or was threatened by what he was about to say, or how he was about to use, or how he was currently using his influence, wanted him gone. It's all just an influence battle. Charlie was an influential person, and that's why he's dead. So to get to the bottom of who shot him in the neck, the question is, who was threatened by, or was soon to be threatened by, what he was doing and saying? And if you work that out, you can get to the bottom of it. Funnily enough, in a lot of these scenarios, people go, liberals.